MyPillow CEO Mike Lindell is coming for Fox News, which is ironic considering that he is one of the biggest advertisers on Fox News. Nonetheless, the CEO, who has floated conspiracy theories about the election, had this conversation with the pardoned criminal grifter Steve Bannon. Take a look.
Why are the Murdochs, and correct me if I'm wrong, I think you're one of the biggest advertisers over there. I don't remember seeing you on Fox recently. Why are the Murdochs afraid of Dominion? Is there something about their cases, something about the facts? I mean, the Murdochs are tough. They don't care. They do it. So why is Mike Lindell not on Fox? And why do they seem to say, hey, when Dominion says something, we're just going to shut up about it and talk about Biden's tax bill?
Well, I'm going to have those answers too, because I've hired private investigators and I've spent a lot of money on them to investigate everything. Why are the bots and trolls? Who's behind them? Why is Facebook involved? Wikipedia involved? And then the big question: why isn't Fox having people on? Why isn't Fox on there talking about Dominion and Smartmatic and the election fraud? Why don't you get on there and talk about things you don't like about the vaccine?
All right, so interesting. Why isn't Fox News, who's being sued, airing my conspiracy theory, to which I am also being sued for? It's a good question. Good question. It might be because they're getting sued. And that's really the short answer here. They don't want to get sued more, all right? And the longer answer really is because at this moment, it doesn't really benefit Fox News to air these conspiracies anymore. They would rather talk about Hunter Biden, Dr. Seuss, cancel culture, or Biden's dog Major biting somebody and pooping on the floor. I mean that's about it. It doesn't do them any more good, okay? In fact, it might actually get them deeper into trouble with the lawsuit because it's obvious defamation. But Steve Bannon should be in prison, okay? Let's just say that. Steve Bannon is a grifter, as I said before, pardoned by Donald Trump for stealing a bunch of his supporters' money. It's not a surprise to see them hanging out together. Nonetheless, he's going to ask this question of Lindell. Take a look.
What if their response is, "Hey, Mike, we saw the films, we've seen it, and we just don't think you got the evidence"? What if that's the? Have you talked? Have you guys reached out to those guys and said, "Hey, why don't you have anybody on it?" Their response may be, "Hey, I hear you, I love you, I love the ads, but I'm just not seeing as far as the evidence goes." Could that possibly be be a response?
100% no.
100% no. He said that with absolute conviction. Absolutely not. All right, well, look, Lindell's movies are garbage, okay? They don't have any facts in them. It's basically a lot of nonsense, rehashing of the same conspiracies, the same talking points that we've heard before, and a declaration that Donald Trump, of course, will be president again by August or something. It was supposed to be back in January, but then it was like, oh no, it didn't happen. Or was that the conspiracy from QAnon? I don't know. It's hard to keep track of your conspiracies at this point. I'm gonna need like a bingo card, really, or some sort of conspiracy tracker, because they're really getting out of control here. Okay, there's a lot of them, but again, this conspiracy comes back to Dominion voting machines, which is why he's being sued by Dominion for $1.3 billion. The machines. That he says that claims that they're flipping votes and that Donald Trump actually won. But now, of course, that's not true. That didn't actually happen. And if they had real evidence, actual evidence, they would have actually shown that during the different court cases that the Trump administration was involved in, involving the Dominion machines. But that did not actually happen. And the Trump administration would have actually found it. Not some third-rate pillow salesman who thinks he's now an investigator. Freaking hilarious, okay? And by the way, he's sending investigators. He's sending the investigators, guys. What does that sound like? Oh yeah, it sounds like when Donald Trump sent investigators to Hawaii to find the birth certificate, and then to prove that Obama wasn't born in the United States. He's a Kenyan Muslim socialist. It's all bullshit. It's all 100% bullshit. And the fact that Steve Bannon is allowing this guy to continue to spread nonsense on his platform is really asking for Steve Bannon to get involved in this lawsuit as well. I can't wait to see that happen. And if anyone deserves, like, okay, Steve Bannon, it would have been nice to see him rot in prison. I'm not ashamed of saying that. All right. But you know what? I'll take Steve Bannon getting, bankrupted. So there you go. If you enjoyed this video, please give us a like and share with your friends. You can subscribe and help out the channel by becoming a patron. It's patreon.com/Jeff Waldorf, or you can become a channel member as well by hitting the join button below.